we want to get, geographically, if we want to get from point A to point B, right? Then in order to get there, we might use the map, we'll follow the map, and we'll take the path that's there.
Mm-hmm.
After a while, of course, yeah, you discipline yourself to still taking that same path to appropriately get to where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and music is like that. So, in other words, I always tell my students, I'm not getting, they say, I'm not getting this part. Every time I come over here, every time I come to the middle part of the song, I'm not getting this. I'm having so much
Mm.
trouble. And they display their frustration in the most dramatic ways.
Right, of course.
But I feel them too. At the same time, I totally understand because I was
Uh-huh.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, I can't get this either. You know,
Right.
but what most of the time, what I found most of the time is what they're lacking. Okay, and I even learned this from my professors.
Hmm.
Took me till college to understand this. Okay, but meanwhile, I can see how in high school when I was really into music and I was doing it what my professor said, but it didn't come to me. So one thing that she told me, and this is in college, trying to get through my piano exam,
Hmm.
which included 24 different songs that I
Oh
had
my
to be a
goodness.
yeah.
For someone that can only play with one hand,
I had to learn 24 different songs for my piano
Hmm.
test so that I can student teach. Okay? I had to
Wow.
be proficient in piano, and if I got anything below a B, they wouldn't let me teach.
Mm.
Even if my loan was paying for the credits and everything, they would not let me teach until I passed. So
Wow.
so I was having a lot of trouble and getting through 24 different songs, because what I
Mm-hmm.
would do in my regimental practice, I would be practicing one song like maybe like 5 times. And then I
Mm-hmm.
moved to the next song and then I would be practicing that about 5 or 4 times. And, if I was good, I would, practice it a few times and then move on to the next.
Hmm.
So slowly but surely I was getting down to my list, but not all the way. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So she said, she's like, well, it's been such and such amount of time. Have you gone through all your songs? And I said, well, no, I'm still going over song number 10, you know, and,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's like, so you haven't gone through all your songs yet? How are you with your other songs? Well, honestly, I'm having a hard time, and she goes, so you've practiced song number 10 about how many times now? Well, I did it about 5 times just now. And you haven't gotten to your other songs yet? No, you're practicing wrong. She tells me, you're practicing wrong.
Mm.
You know, I said, well, what do I do? She's like, you kind of know the rest of your songs because you've gone over them at least once, right? Yeah. Okay. Go back to the beginning. Go to the first song in the test, okay? Because in the test, they're just gonna test your proficiency on all the songs in that order, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay. And she said, okay, start from the first song, go all the way, go, just play it once. Play the first song once. I'm like, once, but I still have
Mm-hmm.
trouble. Listen, be quiet, listen. Practice, yeah, sometimes I'll be like, but you have to tell me to be quiet. That's the only way I'll listen. She's like, so listen, go through every song once, go all the way down
Hmm.
the list, all 24 songs. Okay, it doesn't matter if you mess up in the middle.
Right.
You mess
Yep.
up, just keep playing through
Keep
it.
going.
Okay, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to song number 24, go back to the beginning of the first song and do the same thing again, and do that about 20 times. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, that's gonna work.
Hmm.
Really? But even if I haven't, she said, be quiet, listen. She's very tough on me. She's very tough. Just be quiet and listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do each song once, go through the entire list, and then go back to the beginning again and do it again. Just do it about 20 times a day. Okay?
Mm.
And after that, put it away. Don't look at it for the next day. The next day, do it another 20 times. Okay? So, part of me still didn't listen. I would do it like 40, 60 times. I would do 40. I was really like, I really wanted to get this. But I
Mm-hmm.
found that doing that really reinforced my muscle motor memory. Okay, and those fine motor
Yes.
skills. It
Uh-huh.
reinforced that, like typing.
Mm-hmm.
Piano is the same way, is very similar in that way. So
Yeah.
I had to do that over and over. I had to do my 20 times a day, sometimes 40 times a day, because I was
Mm-hmm.
really pressured. I needed to pass that test. But I did that, and my muscle motor memory kicked in. I found that a lot of the songs I was having deficits in, I was getting so much better because I didn't stop. I didn't stop in the middle of the song. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
repeat something. I was holding myself from getting from point A to point B. That's the idea.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of times it's so and that idea is just so.
Right.
It's like, really, that's all I needed to do. It's actually so simple. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
hard doing it, but when you get there, or when you start to do it, then you realize, man, I was doing this. I was making it harder on myself the entire time.
Well, you were trying to be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. But in doing so, that was my enemy. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my enemy. So I tell my